With about a gazillion Oasis fans. And also Noel Gallagher, who is the very inconspicuous leader of Oasis. And his head graces the back. The back of his head graces his latest album cover, What's the Story? Morning Glory. And he's here to play the song Wonderwall.
'Today was gonna be the day they were gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. A backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart went out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. But all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. But all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that led the way are blinding, they're blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. And maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. And I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. Cheers.
Very nice. So that is kind of accurate to say you're very
Good.
yeah, good. Inconspicuous leader. Like you're not really up there in videos to have like a big, close up of your face and stuff. But you do write all the songs.
Yeah.
And do you write all the parts for?
Yeah.
And so does it change when changing hands from your brain to the guitar to your bandmates? Does it lose anything in the translation, or are they able to?
No, it gains a lot more than not lose anything, because I usually write all the songs on an acoustic guitar, and then when we go into a rehearsal room or wherever it is we are, then it becomes electronic. So it gains a lot when Bonehead starts playing on it, because then it becomes like an electric song for a rock band, as opposed to just like a ballad on a guitar or whatever. And then when you put drums on it and all that, and then when Liam starts singing it, of course, then it becomes Oasis,
Yeah.
But before that, it's just like usually me just. It's an Noel Gallagher song, and then it becomes an Oasis song when you give it to the chaps.
And that song Wonderwall, it's a reference to the George Harrison psychedelic film.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, well, I was looking for a title for it, and in the chorus there was a bit, and it went, "You're my," and I couldn't think of a word to put in there. And I've got that album at home, so there you go. So I nicked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of Beatles type references like Revolution from Your Bed and Wonderwall, and just the way that Liam has a tendency to sing, it reminds me a bit of John Lennon. But who is your favorite Beatle of all the Beatles?
I don't think, I can't separate any of them. To me they're just the Beatles, and like people going about who was better, Lennon or McCartney.
Right.
I can't separate Lennon and McCartney. I think, you know, it's Lennon and McCartney, and that's the end of it. And I haven't really got a favourite Beatle. I think the Beatles as a whole were, they were just
brilliant.
The Beatles, you know.
Yeah. Now the mood between albums from Definitely Maybe, which was very positive and very hopeful about being in a successful band, is quite a lot different from the latest What's the Story, Morning Glory, where there's more of a melancholic twist, especially in specific that song where there's references to drug use and fatigue. And I'm wondering, has this whole journey for you, this musical, weird, kind of successful career journey, made your life better?
Certainly not made it any worse, but I mean, it's I mean, when you start a group and you're dreaming of all the things that are going to come your way, which was the sentiment for the song Rock and Roll Star, and then which ran through the whole of the album. When you actually get to being where we are today, it involves a lot of hard work, and you know, some things have, you know, we've not had a smooth ride in the past. You know, we've had you know, Griggsy's been ill, and we had to sack a drummer, and we had to cancel tours. You know, we've had to reschedule this gig in this city particularly like 3 times. So it's just a bit, you know, I mean, I'm not moaning about it or anything like that. I mean, it's the best job in the world, but it's not as glamorous and as easygoing as people think it is. But I mean, it's better than working in a car wash, you know. So I mean, I'm not knocking it, you know. I mean, I'd rather be a pop star than a work in McDonald's. Oh, that's no offence to anyone that might work in McDonald's. But, yeah.
So we're going to go to a video and come back, or
yeah.
Okay. We're going to go to, let's take a look at Oasis's from the Definitely Maybe album, Subsonic. We'll be back with Noel Gallagher.